Hey guys, we are live. Welcome back to the UnTacticos podcast 8. We are back after a very long time. Uh, a lot has happened during this break. Arsenal has they have been in an on and off form. Uh, today, we are going to discuss Arsenal's game against Aston Villa and Club Brugge and whatever is happening in at Liverpool between Salah and Slot and everything related to football. So I'm Chito, I'm Jovio on X, Twitter. I'm with
Hello, I'm Ganesha at I'm Ganesha on Twitter.
Hi guys, I'm Akhil. My Twitter username is a bit weird. It's BBB at Aki. But yeah, you can just call me Akhil. It's easier to find me that way.
yeah, we don't have any weird usernames here. All usernames are cool. Uh,
Yeah.
so if you are joining in later or if you are new to our page, please do subscribe and follow to the Antacticos. And if you would like to join us on stage, please reach out to either of us. We would love to have you on stage. We would love to hear your views. You could be from any club. You could be an Arsenal supporter, Dortmund supporter, a City supporter, or anything for the matter. We would love to have you guys uh, on the stage. So let's begin. We are starting off with the Arsenal versus Villa game. What are your thoughts on the game and our loss and everything?
I think generally, I think this is the same that's coming from prior years as well. Like last minute winners
Yeah.
or last minute losses hurt a little bit more. The team that is losing, that it hurts them a lot more, and the team that wins, it adds to their morale. So of course, last year we had a Reece Nelson goal and we just all went mad, or maybe the season before that. But this season it was against us now.
Yeah,
And
22-23.
yeah, and Emi Buendia of all people to score that goal. Wasn't he the same guy who were tracking him against Martin Ødegaard when we were trying to buy
Yeah,
Ødegaard and on a permanent basis?
for the attacking 10 position.
Yeah,
Yes, we were tracking
all
him.
all the people from all the ghosts from our past came back. Unai Emery, Martinez was fit, topping
Hmm.
goals, and then Buendia comes in and he scores in a 95th minute winner, literally the last minute winner.
Martinez
It's
Martinez had
just
an all-timer save as well, like
yeah.
Odegaard shot.
Yeah.
Um, and I was wondering if this was all because we had a makeshift defense and then also a attacking force which is not completely fluid and sure about itself right now, and that you can
Hmm.
see in the number of goals we are scoring as compared to 2023 season, 23-24 season where we were like at our fluid best. So that's something that was a concern to see. And I think three players, I think now I can see that who are the spine of our team. I think Declan Rice, uh, the big Gabby,
Gabriel.
and
Hmm.
Saliba. Without these three, there is a struggle that we have in our defensive unit as well. There's a chink in our armor. And I think it's time for the people. We are talking about our bench strength right from the summer. I think this is the time that we stand up. And of course, any champion team will have to go through all these phases of ups and downs. And there will be we were good in 18 games. We lost the 18th game, so we need to pick ourselves up, and move forward. And it's a good against Wolves next week. Should be a good platform for us. Wolves also are struggling right now, and maybe this is the time to capitalize for us and build our form. We are getting some players back, so just looking forward
Yeah.
to that
Yeah.
attacking line and defensive unit together again.
That's not a game to build up from. That's a game to probably up a GD for the next 2 months.
Get back on form, get back on track.
Yeah.
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 The next one is so this was before our game. So obviously Aston Villa have now more points in the last 10 Premier League games than Arsenal.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah, they're by far the most on-form team, and anyone who thought Villa Park will be an easy game is forgetting how last season. I mean, I think we won 2-0 last season away from home, and then drew 2-2. Villa has always been a tricky team to face, and especially facing them in this red hot form. I was seeing, I think the Guna was some of the YouTube stream, and he mentioned something along the lines that we face teams whenever they're in their pomp or have hit their form. Chelsea, I think, was second or third when we faced them at the Bridge. Villa were third as well, or like very close, like 3 points within us when we faced them as well. City was, I think, before that international break, were 2-3 points behind us, where a point actually, in hindsight, was a good result. So we always face these teams when they're like in their form. And Villa has always been a bogey team. Emery somehow manages to get these players up and gets his tactics right against Arteta. But they have been on like amazing form. Like against even City, they've beat them 1-0.
Yeah.
And it was a very sure-footed performance. He deployed a very different system where Kamara basically was told not to cross the halfway line. He was basically playing almost like as a second Onana, and it was a completely different game then. And so Emery has shown he has tactical flexibility, and we saw that in the second half, where when we scored, we had absolute like zero control in that game. It became a basketball match, and it did not suit us whatsoever. And that's where we lost the game. Yeah, and in these basketball type matches, we always tend to struggle. Teams like on the transition are slightly more fluid than us. We don't seem to have that at this point. Now we are way too cautious with our first time passes. It's a bit too slow. But Villa, 2-3 passes, bang, they're attacking. We needed that.
It's like ever since we have let go of Unai Emery, it's like he's considering us as an arch nemesis.
I'm telling you, he hates us. I'm telling you, that guy hates us. He does some pre match puja or ritual or something, and I'm telling you, it's
and also,
fairs. Exactly, Jeff. Fairs.
You mentioned about the kind of opponents that we get to face. Like one more thing to mention is that every time a club has a new manager, we get to face them.
Yeah, Bruges first game in charge, and new manager bounce, and Arsenal always pray to new manager bounce. Like, why can't we catch a break, man? Like,
I think two things have been consistent this season. I think facing new managers first time round, facing informed teams, and I think the other theme has been injuries during the game. I think like so many times we have had injuries during the game, and now a player falls and we are like panicking even in the stands, like what's going to happen to the team. And then because that happens, then we have to make sure that somewhere we need to have a tactical switch from the original plan that we had. Of course, again, the fluidity is gone and we struggle because before the Villa game, like one of my thing was like I was thinking just to accommodate all our attacking players, I wanted Eze on the wings. But I think now I'm firmly on the side that Eze is not the right person on the wings. Eze plays centrally, and I think the best person right now for the wings, if available, is Trossard, and we should and then Eze plays centrally because the first goal, Matty Cash goal, I think he just lost his tracker. That was an unforced error there. And even the second goal was such a scrappy goal, and Hincapié just giving up. I think there was just heading the ball out like so close to the goal line, and then was not able to track back quickly.
A lot of the FIFA guys I'm in touch with will love this reference to the DDA goal. If you know what that is, it's literally, if it's supposed to happen, it will happen. And that was, and also the problem is it happened at the worst, like the last of the game. If that goal happened in the 75th minute when they were clearly in the ascendancy and they scored against us, we would probably say, given the balance of the game, it's fair that they're leading because they're certainly creating more. I mean, Daniel Martin came on and he had like 2 shots where he scuffed his lines. And Timber had that one clearance that almost could have gone in the back of the net and we could be, 2 goals down, right? So it's just when it happened. But yeah, I think Eze not tracking back his man. He's clearly been playing in the 10 for all these games. Exactly. As Vijay just said, like Eze has not played at the wings for an extended period of time. When Ødegaard was out, he was playing at the 10. All of a sudden, to switch him to the left, it's all about like mental sharpness. You have to track your man, but it doesn't come as naturally to somebody who probably has played 5 games in a row at the wing. You have that natural instinctiveness. I have to look like there's someone probably going to be at the back post, right? It just doesn't come to him. So it'll take time. And I don't think Eze is like a traditional touchline winger. He's more like hugging inside like a left eight or something. But I do feel with Arteta's love for Odegaard, Eze's future at Arsenal may be on the left. I doubt
No,
if
I don't
Arteta
think.
will ever.
I don't think that, because I think we need both of them to play the game, which is like sharing the minutes. Because I felt yesterday that we had as long as Martin Odegaard was running through and making those passes, he was trying to get things done from the
Mm,
back, connecting, doing the box to box midfield role. Uh, if especially if Declan Rice is not there, then Odegaard can't do that for the full 90. Then you have to have somebody from the bench making an impact, and that's where I think till last year this is something that Mikel Arteta did not have to deal with because we had a small
yeah,
squad. Now he has to manage the time and manage his players both on the
for sure.
attacking front, because till last year what used to be the most common change for him was the fullbacks or the wingers,
Yeah,
and that's the change that he could make because we didn't have
yeah,
any depth in the squad. Now we have the depth, so now he has to make sure that he rotates the team in a way that all these players can be used as an impact sub. Somebody
That's
like
a
a
good
yeah,
point.
Madueke, definitely
Yeah.
he can create an impact. Somebody like a Gyökeres can make an impact coming off the bench, but it has to be the right usage. And I think tactically we need to be a little bit more. There are a couple of more slides and images that we have where I'm just talking about, because one thing that is clear is we wanted a 15 or 20 plus goal scorer. We have added a goal scorer. We still don't have goals. So
We are
from
coming to
that's
him.
that part about the goal scorer, which the name that we probably are not expecting to have on the
yeah,
slides, but yeah, we'll get
Yeah,
to that.
yeah.
And continuing on that, the left wing argument or debate, it's the same for I think for Noni Madueke as well. I don't think Madueke works well on the left. I mean, it's a good option to have, but even when we are rotating, he's better on the right, as in maybe Saka and Madueke rotating, and also between Eze and Odegaard, I think they. Odegaard is someone who can play the full 90 minutes, but I think in some games they both have to just rotate and share some minutes.
yeah.
What's your thought if I ask you a question on, like, now that you have seen Madueke play so well against in the Champions League, what's your
Mhm.
first pick for the right wing, Saka or Madueke right now?
I mean, given Saka is more lethal. He's the proper goal scorer. So if Saka
Mm,
is in form, definitely Saka. But then if we need someone
yeah,
to tire the opponent, like I mean, probably not. But then just resting Saka a bit. I think Noni Madueke is still considered our backup. Saka is my first
mm,
choice if he's in form. But if
yeah.
let's say we have to manage his
But I
minutes,
would
or yeah, go on.
Yeah, I would just add on to that, like saying, but Madueke, when he came off the bench against Villa, was absolutely atrocious. Sorry to say, like he was like this Madueke
Yeah,
that we saw against Club Brugge, who were actually a higher pressing team than Villa. Villa gave him space to run because what Saka was struggling with, and he got the yellow card, was there was not enough. We wouldn't be able to push Villa back, so we needed someone to drive with the ball. That's why Madueke came on, but
hmm.
I don't think he was very impressive. So it's either the case where if Madueke needs game time, like he needs time in the game to warm up and get a reading of his fullback and then show his best ability, then yeah, it's tough because Saka is an output machine. He may not be having the best of games, but he'll like even against Chelsea. I think he was good. I don't think he was like exceptional, but he came up with that moment which he
Yeah,
got an assist against Merino.
Yeah.
But against Wolves,
Um,
if I was because we also have a quarterfinal coming up against Palace, right,
hmm.
very soon.
Yeah,
I know it's tough, but why not start Madueke? And he gives a terrible 45 minutes, you have Saka on the bench, which is one of the
yeah,
best options
true,
to bring on. I
true.
would say,
Yeah, makes sense.
yeah. Um, I'll just let's talk about Vijay's comment that we missed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
Kai. What about Kai Havertz coming back into the system?
absolutely
And
love this guy.
yeah, we also have one more striker who apparently has come back, and it doesn't seem like he was back. He was on a break or something. So
Oh Jesus.
yeah, we'll discuss this also like
Yeah,
later. But as of now, like, what about Kai?
I think he's the crucial. And I think I think this. I feel our system is the way it is tuned right now. It's best I think Kai Havertz is the best striker that we can have. That's how our system is built because of how we have played over the last couple of years. Our system is
Mm.
built around Kai. We are not used to a striker like Gyökeres, and you could see that in the service as well. And the style in which Martinelli and Saka play, both try to cut in and try to score, which is different from what I think. If you want Gyökeres to score, you need to bring the ball into the box and put him in the box. And Eddie
Mm.
Nketiah started doing that. So Gyökeres is struggling with that, and I think that's going to be the bigger thing with Kai. He's somebody that can come drop in deep and link up in the attack itself. So that's the
Yeah.
kind of attack that we have right now, and I think that's where the structure is not suiting Gyökeres. Maybe we need to have a
Yeah.
tactical switch when Gyökeres plays and when he doesn't play. I think Gabby Jesus
Yeah.
also does the same thing as Kai, so that's again very similar style.
I'm not sure our record against the big teams when Kai plays, but I think we were nearly flawless when Kai played against the big teams. We absolutely smashed them in. But I don't think Gyökeres would be the player. It would be good to have the option between Jesus, Kai, and Gyökeres. But I would say against like your Burnley. I mean, I know we paid 60 million for this guy, and talking about Burnley and Leeds, playing him against the Burnley and Leeds, of which in the past we have struggled with those super low blocks, it's a good option to have because he does create separation for the wingers like no other. But then against the big team, I still don't think Gyökeres might be the answer given how we play. We need that centre forward to link up play as you mentioned, right? And Kai would or Jesus even would be the perfect option for those games. So it's all about Arteta to manage the squad. And I wouldn't mind seeing Gyökeres dropped for like a City away or when Liverpool come to Emirates, right? And if Kai is back or Jesus is playing, play him like a false nine because that's when our most fluid football can be played and we can cover teams. And Gyökeres may be off the bench for impact, but yeah, there's no harm in playing him against. I mean, this is why we bought him. This is why we have three strikers now. Played Gyökeres against Burnley, Leeds, the tough away games for with against the small teams are going to put up a massive low block, which will be a pain in the ass, and let him bully them. Score a scrap. I mean, it's what we need. And in the Burnley game, they were very difficult to break down until we got that goal off the corner, which Gyökeres just poached because he had
Yeah.
that instinct. It opened up the game, and then we were able to play our football a little bit better. So we need that. So yeah, it would be good to have Kai back. I think the system in 2024 was one of the best I've seen at Arsenal for years. Like the
Yeah.
way we scored goals and just dispatched teams. I mean, having him and then Jesus off the bench or off the left even could be
Okay,
could be
Akhil,
could be fireworks.
sorry to yeah,
Mm.
great. Sorry to interrupt. We are losing our own time, so we have a lot more topics to cover.
Sure.
So we'll just move on to the next. To this one. Also, one more thing, just in one line, if you guys can share, are Aston Villa right now a UCL threat
Yes.
given the form?
Yes,
Okay.
but I
One
think
word.
I
Yes.
still think I initially did not put them in top four, but I might be
Mhm.
considering them to be in top four. Liverpool will be out of that.
Okay, so yeah, even I agree on this. I agree with that. Moving on to our goal and assist threat, like a guy that we did not expect to be scoring these many goals and assists, but however he is there. What are thoughts on this signing, this fake player
Cra-
that we have in the squad?
Crazy.
Yeah,
30 G. This is for club and country, right? Or this is just
Yeah.
for Arsenal, the 30
No, this
G.
is club and country.
yeah.
Crazy. Given the fact where he
And
plays for Spain.
and also the funniest part is that someone created this as a meme, but it's not a meme anymore. Is it actual?
Yeah.
He's an
Yeah.
actual UCL contender. Let's say
Uh,
we go on to win the UCL and the Premier League somehow, and this guy Merino somehow manages to get like up his numbers a little bit more. He's actually a Bandier shot, right?
And
mm,
Spain plays him very regularly, and he is going to be one of the key players for Spain. So he is going to score more goals. He has scored a lot of goals for Spain from the
yeah.
midfield. So this guy is a threat. He's the modern day Maru and Fellaini. David Moyes would just
Yeah.
love to have him in the team.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think
That's
what Merino has done is crazy as a midfielder and converted to a striker. And actually, the question when we go back to when Kai, Jesus, and all these people come back, what happens to Merino? Merino drops to the bench. It's just crazy to think that the guy who is a starting striker right now and is absolutely killing it, it will be on the bench and we'll have him as an option for midfield to rest with Rice. It's crazy to think. the
I think
combinations.
I have one issue. I think Merino, apart from the flashes that he has, like a good assist or a good goal, there are a lot of times his game is very patchy. I think
Yeah,
that's
that's
where
true.
our fluidity has gone through. Like that's the problem for our attacking fluidity, whether he's in the midfield or is up front. So I think
Hmm.
he is a good player who, and he has shown that off the bench he can make an impact. He's a very good impact player. Maybe
Yeah,
that's how we
yeah.
utilize them, and we rotate Rice or Zubimendi and not let them play to so many minutes.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's
I
true.
think given the options that we have right now, that is Jesus, Havertz, Merino, Gyökeres, I think come the summer window, one of them will be sold. Maybe because
100%. Yeah.
these are too many options to have, and uh, even on our wings we have like a lot of options. So these are not players that you can just experiment on the wings either, and neither on the
Hmm.
in the midfield. Merino in the midfield works, but Zubimendi and Rice work better.
And
So
Jesus said he joined Arsenal to not play on the wings. He wants to play down the middle. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's gonna be a tough call.
yeah.
Tough call. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, time will tell. Moving on to the next slide, that is this madman. The again another steal like from Brighton. Uh, both Merino and Trossard. I think Trossard we got him for 21 million. Merino, I don't remember the exact amount. What was the fee?
30
Transfer fee.
something, I believe.
27 or 30 million, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
27 or 32, one of those. Yeah.
two steals. I think this guy Trossard was the better
Crazy.
bargain.
I'm
We
Yeah.
surprised by one thing that after Chelsea swept through the entire Brighton squad and swept through the managerial team and the
They
coaching
left
staff,
this guy.
and they left this guy, and he was the best of the bunch.
Yeah,
And
100%.
we're just lucky. We're just lucky that we picked him in ahead of Mudrik, because this guy's, if there's a if I have to show a clutch player, this is the clutch player. He can come
definitely,
and
100%.
and
make things.
he was consistent for Brighton every single game. I have
He used
no
to,
idea why.
I'm not sure if you guys remember, under Deserve used to play as a wing back,
Bring
even
back.
at some points. It was crazy. I used to have him for FPL purposes, and I used to watch Brighton back then because the Zerbi ball was fun. And I used to see him playing left wing back at certain games, playing as central midfielder. He was crazy for Brighton. I mean, I
That's
know Chelsea
that's
got
was
Caicedo, but thank you that they went for Mudrik and saved us, because
yeah.
the goals
The
he
left
scored for
back,
us in the games, crazy.
I
the
still
left
think
back,
Modric,
the
had he
left.
joined Arsenal, would have been a different player.
Mm.
I think that him going to that Chelsea team, fully packed Chelsea team, not having a space in the team, kind of messed his
Yeah,
head up. And I think that was, he did not want to go there. So that obviously that was a problem.
yeah, that's true.
The left
The amount he simped for us, but yeah,
the left back role is actually giving us Saka flashbacks. Saka started at left back.
Yeah.
yeah, that's where Saka started as well. Crazy.
Yeah. Moving to the next slide. This madman's goal last night.
I
and
think
and
Yep.
he scored
I
that
had
he scored
fun.
that without looking. He scored that he he didn't raise his head. He was just looking at the ball and he just somehow aimed it at the top big.
I think he scored a lot of goals this season, especially in the Champions League, like five goals in a row now. But
Yeah,
this was the most un-Martinelli like of kind of goal, because I always see him as making those quick runs, fast runs, beating his 1v1s and then just scoring the goal.
placing it. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
but this time it was like similar to something like Saka on the right. This is exactly what we wanted. This side of Martinelli is what we wanted to see, and I was happy that he could score. He has this also in his armor, and I think he wanted
mm.
to score. He just wanted to get those 5 goals in 5 matches with goals.
Yeah.
No
I think
Arsenal
he
player
was
had done it,
determined.
but he wanted to do it.
Someone
Yeah,
tweeted that this was probably the best goal in the UCL. 30 minutes uh, tonight, and basically something like the last best goal was 30 minutes back from Madueke. Basically,
Madueke. Yeah, which basically scored two bangers, which could be
yes, they are
classified
two
as
bangers
goals
from the same
of
game.
UCL. Yeah. It's almost like he saw Madueke do it and he's like, okay, if there's license
I
to shoot and Arteta's
I
not
can do
giving us
better.
shit for it, I'm also gonna,
Exactly.
because it's so unlike him. In fact, there was a stat also put out by Opta which said this is Martinelli's only second shot from outside the box in the entire UCL campaign, which just goes to show like what like freak. But yeah, he played really well. I think the second half was much better. First half, he tried to do what he did a couple of seasons ago, which was head down, run to the touchline, and try to cross it in, which we know you can't. But then the second half, we remembered he's Brazilian and showed some flair and it worked brilliantly because he kept pressurizing the fullback, and the ball bounced, and then crazy goal.
And also, we have this. Some of our players have a tendency to celebrate before they have scored, and that was what Ødegaard did when Martinelli was about to shoot. A little bit before shooting, Ødegaard started celebrating. I mean, he just knew.
Oh,
that
I didn't catch that.
Yeah. So
I mean, the way he must have struck it, the players on the pitch probably know that. Yeah, it's a banger.
even before he struck it, when he cut back, Ødegaard was like his arms were raised, and he was like,
His hand, okay, in expectation.
Right.
Okay.
yeah, he just so yeah. Let's moving on to the next slide, which is Ganesha. It's over to you.
Yeah, I think what I wanted to just see quickly, I think, and this is something that of the 3 goals, 2 of them were birdies, but this was my favorite goal because the way it was structured and the way Zubimendi just moved, and he just showed that this is the kind of service that we need to give for Gyökeres as well. I think in this instance, Madueke was right in terms of he saw an opportunity to go through the gap in the center backs. But crosses need to come from that zone. And this is something that Martinelli doesn't do a lot. Martinelli will try to cut in from the edge of the box and try to come in and take his shots. But I think if you want Gyökeres to come into play, you have to make those crosses from there, and then or make the crosses even from the edge of the box so that he can then have a threat, because he's already kind of engaging 2 center backs. It's easy for Gyökeres to either score himself or lay it on for the man behind him, which is going to be, I think that's where Ødegaard also comes into play a lot more. And I think something Zubimendi has been doing very well. I think even in the preseason game, I think it was the first Gyökeres goal in the preseason, or somebody else scored it, but it came from a Zubimendi cross. Zubimendi's crosses have been excellent. I think something that we need to start thinking about if we want to have better output from our striking strikers, basically.
Zubimendi are false left winger. Fake left winger.
False left winger. The crazy thing about this goal is that Zubimendi is our 6, and he is in a left channel position right now, and he has 2 players who, I think it's in the screenshot, I think it's Norgard or someone is covering for him. And it's the unexpectedness of the cross, because I think the fullback is expecting him to take a couple of extra touches, but he just pings it in. And Madueke has that instinctiveness to run across the back post, tap it in, right? And we need to do that more with Gyökeres, because Gyökeres wants that edge over the, like, as much as criticism is fair for him in terms of his technical play, we do need to find him a little bit more. And just one thing, I can't remember what minute was his 46. Okay, Gyökeres was on the pitch. Yeah, it's just Madueke was sharper.
He's the guy who's having the 2 people he's in front of Madueke.
One thing I'll definitely say, sorry, I was maybe distracting, but what I know Gyökeres was getting a lot of hate online for his performance, but what he still does is attract the centre back's attention, which maybe a Jesus or a Kai would not attract. I'm still telling you it's something that I noticed even for the Madueke goal, when Madueke made that run, not a single centre back thought I'll step in, because there's always that pass on for Gyökeres. It's just that element. People will argue you pay 60 million just for that factor. Yeah, sure, why not? If it works, it works.
And that's how Phil Foden is also scoring, actually, because there is a threat from Erling Haaland, and him being the goal threat. It's very clear, I think, and that's where the space got created, because he pulled those 2 center backs already, and Madueke had the space to go in. Either he could have cut in and given a pass to Gyökeres if he was in the center, but since Gyökeres went that way and he pulled the 2 center backs, it created a space for him.
Yeah. And I know we jumped around, sorry about that, but yeah, it's exactly the point. Like, how many times we cried down.
Yeah, Jesus or Kai does do that.
Yeah, we used to cry for that when we didn't have a proper 9, that we don't get separation, and this is what we're lacking in our game. And now that we have it, we kind of say, oh, well, what? So we got to appreciate him at least for trying that, and it adds this to our game.
And this is not the only time he did it. If you guys remember a shot that Trossard took, again, Ødegaard, there was some, I don't have that tweet right now with me, but there was one, someone posted that Ødegaard should have just passed the ball to Gyökeres and he was free. However, Gyökeres was marked in that position, and he took the centre back with him, and that gave Trossard free space. Trossard was free, and Ødegaard made the right pass to Trossard. However, people are not seeing this. People are seeing that from some angle, they are seeing that Gyökeres was free, and Ødegaard should have just passed to him. And these
Mm.
are the same people who start with all the hate. Like, okay, Gyökeres doesn't have the good numbers, like not good goals and assist numbers. Ødegaard is out of form and blah blah blah. But however, that is not the case. When you're watching the game, you know that these players are actually doing their roles pretty well. Like the manager knows it best, like than some people who are just tweeting.
Yeah. I mean, people who want to hate on Gyökeres and say he's not an Arsenal type striker and he's like pound shop Lukaku, whatever they want to say online, fair enough. Like he may not be, but as long as he plays for the team and he creates opportunities and we are winning games, it's fine. If had we lost this game, and we lost to Villa, you can question what's the point if you're not utilizing. He's not great, but we are winning games when he's on the pitch. When before Gyökeres' injury, I know we had the centre back pairing, but we were winning games. May not have been pretty for him, but we won the game. So as long as if we win, because that's been the impeding factor for us, is just getting over the line. Performances can come secondary.
Yep. I think we can skip this image.
Yeah.
Ganesh, you
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, no, we've spoken about it already. Yeah.
Cool. So over to this one. This is about. Okay, this is the funny tweet. This is about the therapist Manuel Marcelo Ribeiro leaving. He was an ex-Chelsea therapist,
Yeah.
and he had joined
Okay.
us. Yeah. So
Reece James is fit now.
So now, if wherever he goes next, and let's say their player starts getting injured, and if our players are not having an injury crisis anymore, we will know who the double agent was.
Yeah, exactly. As they say, isko pakdo baad mein. For all the stuff he caused, man. I mean, the amount of injuries we've had this season, it's crazy, man. Like we got this squad depth, and everyone's like, "Look at your squad depth," and dropping like flies. Crazy.
And it's all soft injuries. That's a bigger problem. Like this is
Yeah.
a soft injury. Christian Mascaras was like I think he just
Non-contact.
landed. Yeah. Strange.
Yeah.
And even physio scout said that the grade 2 only happens when there's already strain on the muscle prior. Like there's already something muscle strain that causes it to be a grade 2 injury versus a grade 1. So I don't know. It's crazy.
Right. We'll just move on to the next one. That is Nogard's role in the team last night and our 7th different centre back pairing of this season. What do you guys think of Nogard, and like how was it? How did he play last night? And what do you think of Hincapié at the left centre back role as compared to Calafiori in the left centre back role? And us experimenting now with Nogard in the right centre back role, or Timber, or even Mosquera for the matter. Like apart from Gabriel and Saliba, who are the best at the right centre back and left centre back roles, what do you guys which player, which of our backup players do you think is the best replacement or a backup for these roles, or which system works for us? What do you guys think? And also about Nogard's performance last night.
I think for me, couple of instances that I observed, that of course there is a big problem with him. His pace, there's a lack of pace, and that comes with the age as well. So him tracking back is going to be difficult. But in a structural way, he was still doing his role properly, and I think he was good. But I think it's not the best alternative that we have. We have better alternatives to that. Unfortunately, again, we had some issues with Timber as well, so we could not play him. If everybody's fit or if Gabriel or Saliba are out, I think Hincapié, Calafiori can step in there. So we have a lot of options. Nogard is not the first option. Nogard should be an option to replace Zubimendi, as for me, because Zubimendi he can't keep playing 90.
Yeah, I think Nogard's performance was serviceable. I think it's like it was good, but it was not like fantastic. He didn't make like. Of course, you can't expect that from a CDM converted to a centre back. Bruges has a lot of chances anyway, and Raya was unbelievable last night again. But I agree with you. Mosquera at right centre back is the best backup to Saliba. I actually think Calafiori is the best backup to Gabriel, not Hincapié. Hincapié, with his aggression, feels more like a left back. I don't know why. Every time I look at him, it looks like he would just make a killer left back. But Calafiori has done so well in that role, given Gabriel was fit, that it's hard to argue against it. In our system, it works well. But naturally, given how they play, I feel like Calafiori is more the centre back and Hincapié is more the left back. It's just what I see with the level of aggression, that hugging the
after game, and then just bantering him for, like, if he has an off game, or let's say we consider a few goals, just bantering him for that, I don't think it makes sense. The manager has to now bring in Norgard, has to play Norgard in some of the games.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't know why I still don't know why he didn't play against Brentford. Like, I know he played today at centre back, so clearly he is fit. If he's not trusted in that CDM role, I don't know. I don't understand the signing anymore, because okay, there's a lot of season to go. But he should, in March and Feb, whenever if we have games that we can afford to rotate, he should be rotating against Zubimendi, because yeah, Zubimendi is pivotal. Like how we build
Right.
up, it's absolutely dead.
I think he's going to play all the cup games if I'm not wrong. I think he has done it before as well, and I think he'll continue. Norgard.
And
Yeah, I hope so.
we have a similar player. We have a player of like similar quality, like who is now just available just there for the cup games. That is Kepa.
Yeah,
Terrific keeper, but we haven't really seen him play as much. So
I think
this
I
is
think it was evident now that even when in the first few matches he continued with Raya in the Champions League, I think his preference is very clear. Champions League, Premier League, David Raya starts, and
yeah,
even in the Premier League, he didn't have much to do actually in the first like 10 or 15 games. There was hardly
yeah,
any shot until Gabriel Saliba got injured,
yeah,
and then Kepa for cup games. And Kepa is a capable, yeah, for sure. But we have to give him time. So
right.
to be like, it's a defensive unit at the end of the day.
mm,
I think the centre back pairing in front of, if that has changed, then putting in Kepa there, it just destabilizes everything. I think just to make it a little bit more cohesive unit, and then David Raya could give the instructions as well. So that was the reason why I think he picked him ahead of Kepa in this game, because I think he was not sure about his centre back pairing.
yeah,
And also Kepa,
100%.
Knew what he was signing up for. And
Yeah, yeah.
over here, it's like we have probably signed him for like the Born Leno and Martinez incident. After Born
Mm,
Leno was our starting keeper. Once he got injured, Martinez came in and he became undroppable. So we never know.
Yeah.
We'll just move on to the next slide. Also, this is
mm.
not me wishing Raya an injury
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. Touch wood. I mean, given
Yeah.
actually it doesn't matter. Given our injury record this season, anything can happen. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is our defense, about our defense.
Yeah,
What
I
do you
think
guys
this is
think
the
about this?
impact that Gabriel and Saliba, and I think even Declan Rice. I think if you're saying if we have all the centre backs, like we have the same kind of an issue, and Rice is fit, I would play Rice as centre back, and he is
yeah,
that good uh, ahead of Norgard. I'll still play Norgard in the defensive midfield role and put Rice as centre back. He's better
mm,
than he's as good as our defensive centre backs. But I think, see, the impact that is coming is the number of shots being taken. And I think yesterday was like a lot of those initially in the first 10 games, also in the Premier League, we were making sure that the shots were being taken from outside the box. That limits the
mm,
chance of the XG reduces there. But if you have it in front of the box, just in front of the box or inside the box, then XG increases, and that's what we are seeing right now. These centre
yeah,
back, since they don't play regularly together, there is those cracks there that can be, and they're letting the opposition climb onto them, and that's where Gabriel and Saliba were so good in terms of just eating up the football pitch, and in a way breaking it in such a way that
yeah,
the shots on goal are like minimal, and that's how good defenses work. So I think that's
yeah,
something. These are good defensive players, but they are letting shots come, and then that's again will one of them has to go in. You'll have the free kind of goals and the kind of goals that, for example, Matty Cash scored. You will have those if you
yeah.
keep inviting pressure on.
Yeah, which is crazy to think, given when Gabriel and Saliba are not on the pitch, you just realize their level. The fact that we went, I think it was like 7 games without, I forgot the number, some 8, 10 games without a shot conceded. Just think about that. It's like crazy. And the level of opposition we face. To be honest, this level of performance for any club who has faced Club Brugge, they would come out like, yeah, good defensive performance because we didn't concede. But for us, given what the standards have been set, we go like, yeah, this is not what we used. This many shots. It's just, and Hincapié did his best. He didn't put a foot wrong. It's just the level of quality that Gabby and Saliba bring. It's that, like, the ground they eat up and how quickly they close down any shots.
Mhm.
It's, yeah,
Yeah.
generational.
So
I think they are
just
elite
moving
level. Like I would say the best centre back
Crazy.
pair in Europe.
best centre back pairing in the world right now.
Together, yeah, together 110% best.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Maldini era. Sorry, Maldini era Italy defense maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on to the next. Thoughts on our Christmas signing?
yeah.
Yeah,
December and Jesus.
this December and Jesus, like
I think
we should be excited.
he came with a point to prove. That was very clear, and he wanted to
Yeah,
show that he's ready and up for the challenge. And I think this is not just for his Arsenal game here. I think he wants to make a challenge. The reason is also because of the World Cup coming in, and he wants to be in a
Brazil.
pivotal spot. So he's come with it, and that's the I think maybe the primary motivation for him not to change clubs at this time, because there was a strong rumor of him moving out in Jan, which I just did not see it coming, especially because of our injuries in the front.
Yeah,
And this guy, I think he had couple of one shot saved, one hit the
hit the
woodwork.
post. Yeah,
Yeah, he was classic Jesus. I think he was coming back, dropping in deep, and linking the ball and just carrying the ball. He can do all, and
yeah,
That's
he's the
fun.
kind of player that he's a very Arsenal kind of player, and it shows.
yeah.
And it's funny. It didn't even seem like he was injured for a year. It was just like just
Yeah, which is where those the behind the closed door friendlies and us sending him to under 21s really has helped, because previously we may have just rushed him back onto the pitch like we did in 2023 when we needed him back, and he looked rusty, and he went through this crazy period in 2024 where he didn't put in a single good performance until the Palace games came, and then he just exploded, and then he got injured again. This one here, he's built up his fitness slowly, and he played United, I think, closed door, so it's not like a
And he scored.
low level opposition, and he scored. And under 21s, apparently he did really well. Like I think people raved about his performance there. So yeah, I think he looks fit. And it was funny seeing Saka, Martinelli, Jesus was like 22, 23 Arsenal with Odegaard. It's just like Arteta said, yeah, in scaly inverting, and it's just basically Arteta saying, yeah, I'm reverting it back to 2023. And at some point at the season, we will need that, because that was some of the most fluid attacking football we had seen, and we will need to score more goals. As solid as we've been defensively, I think now with the Saliba Gabriel attack needs to step up. They need to win us the
we're
games now.
rating, we're rating Man United in big 2025. Interesting. You just mentioned that Man United are not a small team. Like him scoring is like him playing is like
I mean, yeah, I mean, okay, give them the respect, so that any Man United fans that end up watching this don't lose their shit. But yeah, I mean, United Wolves was another catastrophe. But that goal that they
But
conceded, my God.
let's move on to the next one, which was it's an opportunity to laugh at Chelsea. Like they replaced Noni with. I mean, they sold him to us like just so that Cole Palmer could play. But yeah, and actually, what do you think about Palmer's performance this season? Like, what exactly has happened?
I think injuries
Why
always
the
kind of always kind
Injuries,
of
yeah.
yeah, it throws the player's momentum off, and I think that's what. And he's an excellent player for sure,
Yeah.
but I think it's just the injuries and the lack of consistency that is coming in his game time is causing that. And I think even Chelsea, with all the changes that he keeps making in each game, without he doesn't want a consistent 11, even when these people are so young and they can play minutes. He's not trusting them
Mm,
with that, and that's
yeah.
kind of showing in the team. They have not won a single away game in the Champions League, if I'm not wrong, and that kind of
Mm,
shows. It's very inexperienced side, of course, and so they'll need more game time at least to prove themselves and be more fluid. And
And
Palmer not scoring is not helping Chelsea.
it's the same thing with Foden as well, because now that he's back in the team, look at him. He's there in literally most of the active FPL
Yeah,
teams
but
right now.
He was replacing KDB. Like
Yeah,
De Bruyne was there, he was always going to be a step down from KDB being there in the team.
mm,
And but now that he has the complete reins and like he's the main man now, I think he's stepping up.
yeah.
It took him time,
But
but
let's
he's
not
stepping up.
forget. I think let's not forget that Foden also took like 23, 24. He was completely like non-existent. Right? It took like
Yeah.
after PFA Player of the Year, it took like one season to completely recover from the pressure that comes with it. But yeah, I think Cole Palmer's season has been riddled with injuries, and I think he's a quality player. I think he'll come back.
Yeah. So moving on to the next one. That is, yeah, this comment. This is basically in reference to Salah's comment on slot. We'll come to the Salah versus slot part later. But yeah, I mean, Yaya Toure just said this, and someone trolled him about with this. Like basically, he joined Monaco because they had zero supporters, and someone was like, okay, that's probably why he joined City too. I mean, it makes sense when you think of it, but yeah. So
I know that we almost signed him, and it was
Yeah,
only because
visa
of
issue.
visa issues that we could not play him. But he's a great player, yeah. But again, some people have their like some, and that's something that Mikel Arteta also has to see. He doesn't like big egos, and he has not managed people with big egos like somebody like Mourinho or Ancelotti has done that. Even Zidane has
Mm.
done that. I think that's also a different kind of managerial skill where you have such big superstars in your team and you manage them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And one big ego that we lost was Aubameyang, who is still balling in 2025. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
he's killed it in every league he's gone to. That guy is crazy.
and he's
yes.
playing in a Deserby team, right? It's a,
Deserve
is it?
Marseille team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
What do you guys think if, let's say, Aubameyang was still in the squad? Like we never let go of him. What do you guys think?
we wouldn't need a Gyökeres.
We don't need
Yeah.
Gyökeres, yeah. And but I think we were unlucky a lot of times, and this has happened over the last decade where I remember we had a team which had Sanchez, Ozil, and Cazorla in it, and
Yeah,
we came in second because of the injuries to Cazorla. But imagine if that had a second string squad depth like now, and having an Aubameyang alongside it, and then we you had this Saka or a Martinelli on the wings as well to support these
or a
players.
DM or a
Yeah,
proper DM. I think we tried
yeah.
Francis Coquelin. Yeah, yeah. I think our defense in that era let us down. Our attack was amazing, and
Yeah.
now, yeah, it's the complete opposite. Aubameyang actually would still kill it with us, honestly. But yeah, his level has dropped off a little bit for the Prem.
Yeah.
The physicality might get to him. So, but yeah, he
Yeah.
He's
goes
not
wherever
playing.
he goes, and he does.
Yeah, and he's not
Yeah.
playing the minutes that you're expecting of a Aubameyang. He obviously
Yeah,
he's playing lesser minutes, so the
Yeah.
impact is still there.
100%.
But again, that Marseille team is going to get hit with more goals and score more goals. That's how they play.
Deserve a
Right.
ball. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. We'll just move to the next one. Well, this I'm not sure if this stat is correct. Because I received it on WhatsApp, but
no, I think
yeah,
it's
if you asked anyone before the start of the season who would be the player with the most goals and assists, I don't think any of us were saying Trossard.
and a lot of people
Trossard has
wanted
11 GA.
sold.
Crazy.
A lot of people wanted him sold and out of the club,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like, yeah, times
There were
change.
some that wanted Nelly to Saudi and Trossard gone, but
yeah, yeah. It was like
Trossard is
it's time
11
to
GA.
yeah,
Oh,
it's time to run
damn.
Arabic like this. Yeah,
And I think he's a guy who's all generally always available, so on the bench or in
yeah,
the team.
Yeah, touch wood.
That's something that I think that's also something Mikel Arteta appreciates a lot. The same was with Kai, and I think this is something. Hopefully, he's fit now going forward.
You know what's funny
and
seeing this list? The amount of defenders that have GA on this.
yeah, I'll tell you about something that is more funny. We have a player who came back from injury and who has played just one game, and he's got a goal assist in that. Ben White.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's true. He does have. Yeah, he
Yeah,
did get
so
the assist. Yeah, that's true.
it's this list. This team is ridiculous.
and I think after seeing Ethan Nwaneri yesterday, I'm surprised that he's not getting more minutes. This kid is good. As soon as he
Yeah,
started playing with the Brazilian flair of Gabriel Jesus, it was I think it was like the fluidity just seemed there in the team when
yeah.
Jesus was there. I think that's something that might be coming in for the later part of the season where we can play the same kind of football that we played in 23-24.
Mm.
I really hope that Nani doesn't put in a transfer request or something. Like if he's okay going out on loan or something, that would be great. But I really hope that it doesn't come to a point that the relationship is broken and Nani
Yeah,
just
because I know
No, he's fine there.
Chelsea are
He's fine there.
looking. Chelsea
yeah,
are looking for both Skelly and Ethan. Like they were linked, and these guys love to buy young talent. Like they're just buying
yeah,
16-year-olds from the favelas. Like I just saw another Fabrizio tweet where they bought another
Yeah.
16-year-old. Right? What the heck is going on there? But yeah, I would keep Ethan and Skelly very close because they have potential.
Yeah.
true. Moving to the next one. Well, hottest topic of the week.
This is
I'm-
this is definitely true.
This is definitely a fake code, by the way. But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. What do you guys think of this? Like, why did it come to this? And
I
what are your
rarely
thoughts on this?
I rarely agree with Carragher, and I think he's not a perfect pundit and was not a perfect player as well. But I think in a way he's right about the way Salah did this. I think even Aubameyang did not do this. He did not come out like if you're coming out against the timing of it just seems so strange, and the way in the manner in which he did it,
Hmm.
it seems like he wants slot out. So now then you're actively making decisions for the team on like and just saying that no player is bigger than the club. This guy has scored one goal in the season. Of course, he's struggling. And if you're struggling, you're struggling. Then you have to earn your way. He is saying, I have earned it through my past performances. The same way Slot can say, I've given you the leeway of 13 game weeks by playing you each game week because you've earned that credit before.
And they rewarded him with a big contract at
Exactly.
this age, a huge
It's not like
contract
he's playing for
apparently.
free.
Yeah,
It's not like he's playing for free.
yeah.
But again, I think this relationship has just been spoiled for I think no apparent. I don't see everybody's struggling, but as a team struggles when two big like your bigger players are not performing well. Van Dijk is not
Hmm.
performing well, and Salah is not performing well. They have to pick up the boots and they have to accept the blame somewhere alongside the manager. And I think he's just I don't know who he's in his interview. He said everybody's making him a scapegoat, and he's the probably main.
Liverpool are making him a scapegoat. Yeah, they want him out or something. Yeah, yeah.
Where how Liverpool has done nothing but praise him, right?
And who did he give the interview to? He gave to some like random reporters who were just
Outside
there
the
and he
game,
just go
just after the
outside.
game.
Yeah, I mean, big players come with big egos, but they also have to have like big responsibility of who they speak to and how they portray themselves. Because Salah's name being attached to such comments, if someone like Curtis Jones had said this, okay, it's not going to be as sensationalized because it's Curtis Jones. Salah doing it though, on the other hand, it's media outlets are just they're hungry, and now they're going to reuse this news for at least up until Christmas, and it's going to cause PR mess for Liverpool and the players. Like they're not in a
Yeah,
great run of form anyway, and now they need this. Yeah, and in a way, I respect Arteta now for what he did with Obama, and he handled
yeah.
it brilliantly.
I think
And
in
I think we're
hindsight,
all.
you can see
I
that.
think we are all going to agree with the King's comment on this whole Salah situation.
I think he's right. I think,
Yeah, yeah.
and especially when you're coming out and saying that the club is not supporting me the way they've promised me in the contract. This is, I think that they have done everything in the world to do again. But I think the timing of it is very. This timing is very good for Liverpool and Salah. I think because of the Afcon coming up, it's good that they
Mm,
have the. Maybe they don't need to decide now. Again, it looks like the way he orchestrated this and the timing of it shows that he wants to push for a winter move. But again, with
yeah.
him not being there in uh, playing like him playing Afcon, he's not going to be available. So I don't think he's gonna move out. Maybe he comes back and that Afcon gives him the confidence because he's going to play more regularly there.
Yeah.
And maybe
Yeah.
both the I think the team and the player need time away from each other, and sometimes
Mm,
that just repairs it by itself.
Guys,
yeah.
two quick questions, short answers. What do you guys think? Which club is signing Salah? Let's say if he is to leave Liverpool, which club can now afford Salah apart from Saudi League? Second
Oh,
question.
apart.
Yeah. Second question. Now that Ganesha did mention about Van Dijk struggling as well, where do you see Liverpool going with their senior most members possibly leaving the club soon? Because Salah is probably leaving, and Van Dijk too might join him soon. So what do you guys see about Liverpool doing about with the transition, and how do you think they will go about with the transition and all that? Short answers.
I think they need Mark Gay. I think that would have been a. I think that might happen as well, but that would have been a crucial signing for them in the centre back and gives more solidity to the defensive back line. Van Dijk might play a couple of more seasons. That's why. So with Gay around it, that would have been transition would have been easier. He's a similar kind of player. Salah, they already have replacement in there, so I think they don't need to worry about Salah.
And about the transfer, Salah too.
I see. I think he's only going to Saudi. I don't see him going anywhere else for that
So
money.
PSG.
basically, so
But
PSG
PSG
are
PSG.
known to
will-
throw. They throw big. I mean, the old PSG throw big money at players who. And
but that
Salah seems like a headline grabber. I mean,
but
not.
Sa-
I also agree. He's going to Saudi. Al Ittihad is all written all over for Al Ittihad. But in non-Saudi, I think only PSG can afford him as of now. I don't think any other club can. KE or
This,
Bastoni,
this
Abhishek. Yeah,
yeah, two
yeah,
great options to have. And
Bastoni maybe
Gyökeres,
would be
yeah,
crazy. Yeah. But again,
Bastoni
Bastoni
would elevate.
will need time to adjust to this league. So that might be a tricky. If they can get both, that would be great.
I hope
Gyökeres
they
is
don't get
actually,
both.
yeah, Gyökeres is actually having a ridiculous season. I mean, his if we are considering
Yeah,
FPL level,
have you seen his goals and assists this season? It's like
yeah,
he's top.
exactly. In FPL, this guy is second in points to Haaland right now. So that is the level we are talking about.
Yeah, him
Total
and
points.
Munoz, Daniel Munoz actually have the
Yeah.
most attacking returns for Crystal Palace. And I'm glad Liverpool did not sign Gay and then they had the whole because they would have been much stronger because they can bench
Yeah, for
Konate who's
sure.
playing like a donkey. Um, but
Konate.
And
last
going
one,
into
I know we're running overtime, but I just one question: do you not think though slot benching just Salah, but keep letting Gakpo play, who has been stinker after stinker after. There is a point though where
yeah,
certain players are getting a free pass, and
yeah,
like Salah, unfairly, it's like he doesn't even come on for games. Okay, fair enough, like it's tactical, but then Gakpo scored against West Ham, but in the other games he was
yeah,
crap. Like so, there is a point. Like why isn't the rule being done? Is not consistent for everybody, and it's not. So yeah, he does have something, but the way he did it, of course. But there is something there.
yeah.
One
Because he's
possible
not even
answer
playing
is the
Chiesa.
player-manager relationship. That's what I think. Even that
Hmm.
matters.
Yeah,
Why Gakpo is playing and Salah is probably whatever is happening between whatever Salah said
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatever happened between Salah. A lot happened behind the scenes that we are not aware of as of now.
Fair point. Fair point. Yeah, could be.
that
Yeah. So should we move on to the next one? Or
Sure.
Ganesha, do you have something to add?
no, I think we can.
Okay. So now it's just hold on. I okay, it got stuck in this.
No worries. Maybe is it-
Got it. Cool. So yeah. Arsenal on 5 consecutive wins in the Champions League. Oh yeah, this win is actually our best uh,
run.
win rate. Yeah, one best
Mm.
run in the Champions League. I mean
Yeah.
that's interesting. I mean you are comparing a team that won the what was that? The golden is your golden. What was that?
2016. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
2016.
yeah. Yeah. You're comparing a team of that caliber to a team that Mikel Arteta has built now. And there was a time when people wanted Arteta out. Like they were once sold on his whole idea. And look at where Arteta has got us.
Yeah, we've
Yeah, but
considered one
uh,
goal. Have you considered one goal in the I think Champions League? One
yeah,
goal.
17 goals scored, one goal, so a goal difference of 16, which we are
I think
five
we
ahead
have,
of Bayern.
yeah, we have to give appreciation when it's due, and I think this last couple of seasons, even last season, we have done something that I think it's something to be like we have to appreciate this guy in the way he has built his team. And we are
Yeah,
playing not only well in the Premier League but also in the Champions League, which is very
yeah,
strange. And I know I used to remember days in October and November we used to always crash under Wenger because we had that squad issues, always some kind of injury coming in and crashing our October, November.
mm,
Uh, I think this guy has over the 5 years he has built a squad and team, and the way he has structured the club, this guy is an elite level manager. That's something that even though he didn't have any experience before it, I think he's proven that he has those capacity to lead a team like this, similar to
yeah.
Zidane did not have any experience before Real Madrid.
The only thing though that's stopping this team from being talked about in those type of conversations is just trophies.
Yeah,
Like I know a lot of people will banter us, we haven't won anything, but when they watch matches, when they players, they are scared because of the caliber and the type of football we play. Yeah, it's getting over the line that makes you consider be elite because and just once we get that first trophy, the revisionism that's going to happen from our fan base, and it should, of what we have done over the last 2-3 seasons, it's going to be crazy, and I can't wait. But
Yeah.
he had Mustafi and David Luiz and Socrates. So no, every manager has come in and tried to rebuild off of that. Like Amorim has Delict and whatever. Like, it's still better than Mustafi and Socrates, no matter what you guys tell me. Those guys couldn't kick a ball to save their lives. Yeah. So crazy, but like, I mean, what he's done is really changed the DNA, made us like defensively and mentally like we were used to crumble in big games, and now the other teams crumble when they play. So he's done a lot of right things. It's just about that final step now, and this could be it. Genuinely,
You know,
Also, like,
we
how
underestimate
Ganesha
the FA Cup win that he had because of the way we earned it. Because the team was not completely his in the first 6 months. He did win us an FA Cup, but we don't take that into account because we wanted to see this evolution of the team. That we still consider something that we made. Where Aubameyang pushed us to the cup glory there. But if it's a Mikel Arteta, I think if he once he
Burn
wins the cup,
Burn Leno. Respect
Burn
to Burn
Leno.
Leno as well. Yeah.
yeah, that game was
It was Leno and
generational
Aubameyang.
assist.
Yeah. Also, like Ganesha, sorry to interrupt. Also, like Ganesha had mentioned in our chat earlier, the league that Raya is in right now, in this list, the league of keepers that he's in right now. So that's incredible.
Yeah.
And which of these? I don't think you guys must have noticed, but there's a funny name in this list. Which one do you think it is? Here, just start from the bottom.
Onana.
Yeah.
Just crashed up. This is him in Inter.
Yeah. So
I don't know. United air got to him probably. I don't know what happens to players when they go there.
United, it's like players leave United and instantly become better. It's like,
He's doing well he's in Turkey right now, right? Apparently he's doing decently there. His save percentage is like almost
There's Hojlund. Is that how it's pronounced? Holland, however it's pronounced. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, United fans. There's Holland, yeah. There's McTominay. And now there were links about Napoli wanting Mainu. So
if you wait, Napoli's manager right now is
Conte.
Yeah, if you give, I want to just confirm, if you give that guy Mainu, crazy. The things he'll do with that. Yeah. I mean, Conte's legacy in Syria is crazy. What he did with Juventus.
But I think if you see Scott McTominay, I think we can discuss in detail afterwards as well. But McTominay has not played the same role that he was playing at United. He's playing much further up ahead. So that's a different, and that's what Conte can do. Conte just elevates players in any case. Mainu is a very Conte kind of player. He's a very good player for that team.
But I still believe Kobe Mainu is so much better than what they have. Like him in that West Ham game, which they threw away, him bringing on Ugarte and taking off Dalot when Dalot was having such a great game. Like he doesn't help himself. I still think he's a great manager underneath all of that. He's trying to do what Arteta did, is building in a philosophy of playing a certain way, no matter what. I'm not going to change. Fair enough. But some of the decisions, like Ugarte, my God, like why? It's just it's funny and also it's sad at the same time.
Yeah. So they're there. They're not so far behind on the table because of the table madness that's happening in the Premier League.
They're same level on points with Chelsea now.
Yeah, they're ahead of Liverpool.
Title challenges Chelsea.
Title challenges, yeah.
It just shows like they want to compete with cities and Arsenal and Liverpool, right? Like Chelsea needs experience. Like I know they have a very good squad, but they don't admit they don't have any experienced heads. Yeah. Like when you rotate, you have Tosin, who again came on and then they lost the game against Atlanta. Like this, come on, you guys need experience in that squad. Yeah. You have too many youngsters.
Speaking of talent, Chelsea, it's like with the January window coming up, I think Brighton are licking the lips right now. Given that
they're like who to sell next. Yeah. Actually, on Brighton, you think given Baleba is getting absolutely thrashed by the Brighton fans for the performance he's putting up, you think he goes to United in Jan? Probably not.
No, I don't think anybody. I think Brighton right now is struggling, which is good for them because they can then come back enough. without losing
Yeah.
any of the players. That's good strategy.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can hold on to the players in Jan and
Yeah.
then probably starve off Chelsea and then up like
Yeah.
add 60 million in the summer and yeah.
They put a price tag of 100 million on this guy. Is he 100 million worth? I don't think Casado was 100 million worth. I still don't think Enzo is 100 million worth. And even we owe. I'd say the price tag for even Declan Rice was high, even though
Yeah. I mean,
he has left
if
up
you
an
say
extra.
that,
I was
then
going to come to that. The only guy who has justified his price tag over 100 million was Declan Rice. So far,
Yeah,
no one is talking anything about Declan Rice price tag anymore.
yeah.
but I
Because
still
Even
think
Jack Grealish was the same here.
there's a reason we almost went for Caicedo though. There's a reason we almost went for Caicedo. I think having Caicedo and Rice in this team, like I'm just saying, guys, like Caicedo in the six and Rice as they. But I think
That was the plan.
Caicedo will justify his price soon. I think
who do you choose?
he's
No, but
crazy.
that was the plan. Arteta's plan was to have both Caicedo and Rice in the
And
same
Rice,
team,
yeah,
and Caicedo costing around 70-75 million, which was the right price for him. And this guy would
yeah.
have just turned like, yeah, he is a good player. So
Question
Unfortunately,
for both.
sadly, sad to say, but he is. Yeah,
Question for both. Who would you pick right now to pair with Rice? Zubimendi for 50 million or 50, right?
yeah,
he was
Yeah.
50. Yeah.
Zubimendi for 50 million or Caicedo for another 100 million.
Zubi. I think
Who
Zubimendi
would
is.
you choose? Consider
I
the
think
price tag as
people
well
will be
and the
sleeping. People are
Yeah.
sleeping on Zubimendi's talent, but
exactly.
for a player to come into a new league and click so instantly in a team, oh, this is. I know I've not seen this before. Declan Rice was
Yep.
also fit into this team very well, but he was in the Premier League.
Yep.
Zubimendi coming, I think it doesn't feel like he was ever away from this team, which is such a big statement to say. And I think
Yeah.
you're going to see. I think even Rodri did that to City when he initially came. He was good. Rodri was good from right from the starting, but he came from a very good Atletico side.
Madrid.
So
Yeah. Mm.
Someone needs to study Spanish midfielders. I mean, how is it possible? Rodri, Zubimendi, Merino. I mean,
Yeah,
just
the Spain. I think Declan said that the Spain number sixes that they produce, right? He said playing with them is so easy. I think if before Zubimendi kicked the ball for Arsenal, I would have picked Caicedo. But how he has gelled Zubimendi and Rice, and this is Zubimendi's first season in the Premier League, guys. It's crazy. I think those guys are perfect, like fire and ice. Declan
yeah,
Rice is the engine, and this guy Zubimendi is like the brain. Seeing the vision and on the pitch. Had Caicedo, I mean, but Caicedo is a beast in a different team. But he suits Chelsea, to be honest. Like that high pressing pitch at the bridge where they just like
go
press,
run,
press,
run,
press.
and run.
Yeah, I mean, against
guys.
the first half against us, all he was doing was just like popping up players off the ball. So
Yeah, guys, I have very less time. Let's
Mhm.
move on to the. Sorry to interrupt again. Let's move on to our concluding slides. We just have to.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah. So.
I think this is something that I wanted to just share. I just wanted to share because a lot of people, I think, I just want to ask everybody, all the rival fans are the open play fanboys. Are they happy with Arsenal's performance now? 2 goals outside the box, one again from an excellent cross yesterday. So we can score without set pieces as well, and we score
I was
well.
I was coming to the saddest part is that we are not set piece FC anymore.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's actually United. They have
United.
now leveled us in set
Yeah.
piece goals, and yeah, I think Arsenal and City had 10 open play goals in November, which was the joint highest, and we were
Yeah.
so.
So moving on to the last slide. Who do you think competes with us in this Champions League? Like, I think we are sure shot unless we mess up ourselves. Like, well, you've seen that meme, right? The guy is cycling and he takes a rod and
He
yeah,
screws. Yeah.
it trips over. And so unless we do that, um, we are probably again like reaching the semifinals or final stage. Who do you think from this list? But we have already beat Bayern, PSG in the past. Yes, we have beat them. But from this list, who do you think is actually making it from like to
The top
compete
4.
with us in the UCL? Yeah,
You mean top like
Top
semi-finalists, like
4.
top four types?
I'm not
Yeah.
talking about top four. It could be like anyone. I'm assuming that we are going to reach the semifinals, quarterfinals, semifinals, final stage. Which 2 or 3 teams are you picking? Like, if not from this, if not just from this list, which top 2 or 3 teams are you guys picking who can actually come neck to
Compete.
neck? Yeah, with Arsenal.
And my pick would be Bayern is a very good team.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Man City is a good team. and I think PSG is there. So I think that's going to be top 4 if the bracket goes well.
Yeah,
Some
I would Bayern, Man City, Inter for me.
a certain fan base would be very triggered because their club is not there in this list, but their arch rivals
Yeah.
are. Which one?
I wonder.
World champions are triggered. You say?
Nah, it's Real Madrid is there, but then the counterpart is not.
Nah,
Sadly.
I know.
Hmm.
Yeah, the world champions of America. But Chelsea are very well set up for cup competitions, though, which is scary. They
Yeah.
can field a crazy good 11 for one-off games, and they can, like what they did against Liverpool is, I mean, Liverpool's not the best example, but yeah, they did put up a really good performance. So Chelsea are one to watch if they do, because PSG barely scraped it in last season, got Liverpool, who finished first, and then just hit form at the right time, and that Cavaradona signing in January was game changer. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we are wrapping it up. Do you guys have any other pointers to?
I think
Okay.
for
Yeah.
now, I think next time on we should just quickly check on who should be our winter signings if we need to strengthen our squad. Maybe we should discuss that next week.
Yeah, probably we can do that. Yeah.
Okay. You guys want to do a quick prediction? You want to guys do a quick prediction for Wolves before we go? Just
Sure thing.
throw it in.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
7-0. 7-0 to the Arsenal.
No fucks.
I think it would be 4-0.
Okay, I'll go conservative, like 2-0. Let's see.
Okay. Yeah.
I think Gyökeres will score. That's my hot take. Gyökeres will score.
I see Jesus.
Please.
I see Jesus playing that game. We'll see.
Oh, that'll be fun, especially against Wolves.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. Well, so
Awesome.
thank you to all those who tuned in. We are wrapping up our 8th episode. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe and do reach out to either of us if you'd like to join us in the next video, next stream. We hope you learned something new, and we hope you've found this interesting. Thank you to everyone who took the time to join and share their thoughts and comment. Well, that's me, Joviho, signing off. I'm with Ganesha and Akhil. We're all signing off. See you guys soon in the next video.
Thanks, guys. See you. Bye.